Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, I'm Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I am going to be doing a WW Blue Plan meal prep for the week. And they are going to be super simple ideas. I do not like to go crazy. I don't like food to be wasted. So I do like the simplest meal prep to keep me on track for the entire week. I'm going to be making some breakfast staples because those are the easiest to make for me and just to grab. I'm going to be putting together some little snacks so I can grab from the fridge. I do not like to put all my meals together for the week, that like some people like to meal prep like that. I personally don't. Something that I make on a Sunday, I don't want to eat on a Friday. That's just not how I like to meal plan. Some people do it and it's awesome for them. I wish I was like that, but I am not. So what I like to do is to make different things, like different meats. Like I'll do chicken, I'll make some ground beef, I'll make some shrimp or something, grill it up so that I have different bowls of things, and then I can just add it into things. Make burritos, make some burrito bowls, make salads, sandwiches, anything like that. It just makes it easier, keeps it a little bit more of a variety, and still is like low on points and keeps me on track. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be meal prepping. So I just kind of laid out a couple things that I needed, not this Diet Coke, for the week. So the first thing I'm going to be making for meal prep is egg cupcakes. These things are something that I used to make all the time. It's just super easy to grab them out, throw them in the microwave. They're like literally no points and they're so good. My son loves them. They're just something really good to take if you have to like go to work. I'm gonna be making those. So with that, I'm just gonna be using some eggs. I'm gonna be adding some of this fat-free cheddar cheese into my little egg cupcakes. I love having some green onion. You can add sausage, you can add bacon if you want, but I'm just gonna keep it really simple. The other thing I'm gonna be making for breakfast is these Kodiak cake protein waffle mix. But instead of making these into pancakes or waffles, I'm actually going to be making these into little cupcakes, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm in the oven. It's just another easy grab and a little bit different, something sweeter. You can add fruit to it. It's basically a pancake in a cupcake form, but I'm going to be making those. And then here I just laid out some vegetables. These are going to be my staples for snacking. Some celery, this is all they had in stock, so I had to grab this bag. Some celery, which I'm going to be cutting up, just baby carrots, and then I always get the mini cucumbers. I just like these better, especially to snack on, but I'm going to cut these up, store these in some glass containers. And I did pick up some hummus for this. This is just the Tribe roasted red pepper hummus from my local grocery store that I can just dip this in. I also have crackers if I want to switch it up and dip that in. I'm also going to be taking some of these eggs and hard boiling them, so that could be a good snack, a healthy snack, 0 points. So I have those on hand, these on hand, and then I'm going to be cooking up some of this ground beef. This is just this Grass Run Farms 100% grass-fed beef. I am going to be making this so that we can have Big Mac salad bowls. I've been seeing them everywhere and they just sound so delicious. So I'm just going to be cooking this up, seasoning it, and putting it in a container so that I can grab as much as I want when I make salads. I'm not going to meal prep my salads because I don't want the lettuce or anything to go bad. But it just makes it easier. And then if I don't want this for a Big Mac salad, I could use it for anything, make little tacos, or I can make quesadillas if I want something like that for dinner one night, and I can just have the, I'll already have this cooked, so I can just use that. I'll season this one. I did have to pick up some light mayo from the store. I'm not a big mayo fan, but for the Big Mac salads, the dressing calls for some light mayo, so I did grab that today. But I will show you guys how I make the dressing. So I have that. I also over here picked up a rotisserie chicken. You guys know I grab one of these once a week. It's just super easy to cut this up, have this in a bowl, have it on the side. You can throw in some chicken for dinners. You can put it in salads. You can make quesadillas with it. You can do so much stuff with just some shredded chicken, and it's just so nice to already have one made. So I'm going to be cutting that up and putting that away. And then over here, my sister-in-law introduced me to this like quinoa shrimp salad that she's been eating, and I tasted it the other day and it was delish. So now I want to make it. I had to get some romaine lettuce. This is all the store had this week. A bunch of cilantro for it. I already had these shrimp, so you needed some medium shrimp for it, some corn. So I just had this bag of frozen corn. You're gonna need some black beans, and there's a couple other things to make the dressing and stuff, but I just wanted some stuff on hand. Some avocado and some limes I needed, and that is about it. If I want something sweet, that's why I buy like protein bars. I have all of these Built bars, which are super good. If you have never tried a Built bar, I highly suggest you do. They taste delicious. The raspberry one is so good, the fruity one. They have like carrot cake. That's just something really yummy to have on hand. I also have these 70-calorie brownies if I want something sweet, usually like a dessert. You guys know I love my parfaits, so I always have my Danning yogurt with granola on hand with some frozen fruit. I do already have fruit like bananas and oranges and strawberries and all that fun stuff. So basically I just want to have some things already prepared that I don't have to sit here and cook all day. The easier I make my life, the better it is for me. The more I can stay on track with WW, and it just makes me feel better because I know I'm making healthier choices because I already have it, and I don't like to waste food, so I will eat it. So basically, I am done with this little intro. I'm going to show you guys everything that I'm meal prepping, how I'm meal prepping it, and we just need to get into this video. So let's go. Okay, so we're starting off with making our hard-boiled eggs. So I'm just going to be throwing them in the Instapot. There is 1 cup of water at the bottom so it doesn't burn. You're going to be cooking these on high pressure for 7 minutes, and then you're going to let it sit after the 7 minutes before you release the pressure relief valve for another 7 minutes. While the eggs are cooking, I'm going to be starting on our egg cupcakes. So all you're gonna need is a cupcake pan, and I'm using the silicone cupcake liners. They're super easy to use and everything slides right out of them once cooked. I got them from IKEA. So I'm just gonna spray them with a little bit of olive oil spray, and I crack an egg in each of the little cupcake liners, and then I just beat them a little bit. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese in there and some green onion, and I'm just going to stir those up a little bit. The cheese is only like 0.2 of an ounce, so it's all 0 points. And these are gonna go in the oven at 325 for about 20 minutes. So now my eggs are done being hard-boiled. I'm just throwing them into some cold water, and then I'm going to be cracking them open and placing them into a container. And once they're cooled, they will be going into the fridge. So now the egg cupcakes are done, and we're just going to be storing them in a container, and it's 2 of these cupcakes per serving for 0 points. Okay, so now we're moving on to the pancake cupcakes. You're going to need 1 cup of Kodiak cake mix, 1 cup of water, and 1 egg, and then a ½ cup of any fresh fruit you want to add in them. I chose some blueberries. You're going to be cooking this at 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. These are 2 points a piece. And now we're just moving on to our vegetables. I'm just gonna cut up all my cucumbers, my celery, and my carrots. Everything is washed, and I'm going to be storing them in glass containers in the fridge, just so I can grab for any type of meals or snacks. So now we're moving on to cooking the ground beef. I'm just cooking it in the Instapot. It just makes it easier. So I'm just adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the bottom. Add the beef in. You're gonna cook that up, and then you're just gonna add some salt, pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't measure my seasonings, so season to your liking. And you're just gonna mix that up and cook it up, and then you're gonna store that in another container. So now I'm just putting together the Big Mac sauce, and you're just going to need a 1/2 cup of light mayo and 2 tablespoons of sugar-free ketchup. You're gonna see here I use like a 50% less sugar ketchup, that's all I had. 2 tablespoons of dill relish, 2 teaspoons of mustard, 2 teaspoons of distilled white vinegar, but all I had on hand was apple cider vinegar, and it worked out just fine. A 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and you're just going to mix that up. I did add a little bit more ketchup and mayo to mine. And now I'm just moving on to the shrimp. I'm just going to be cooking them in a pan, adding some olive oil. Throw the shrimp in, and you're going to need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of chipotle pepper, and some salt and pepper to taste. So the shrimp are finished. They take like no time to cook. I'm just storing them in a Tupperware container and use them when I need them. So now I'm just moving on to making the pico for this salad. You're just gonna need some tomatoes. I'm just using cherry tomatoes, that's what I had on hand. You're gonna be cutting up some onion. It does call for a 1/2 of a white onion. I just had a yellow onion and it tastes fine. And then it calls for a jalapeno. I didn't have any, so I just used some hot peppers that I had in my fridge. I just chopped those up. And then I'm going to be cutting up a bunch of cilantro and adding that to the mix. And then I'm going to be taking a 1/2 of a lime and squeezing that on there and adding a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's it. And next I'm just going to be taking this bag of corn that I microwaved and placing that in a glass container. And then the can of black beans I rinsed and drained, and I'm just going to be adding that to a container just so I have those to grab from the fridge. And the last thing I'm prepping for the salad is the quinoa. You just need 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water, bring to a boil, and then let simmer for about 15 minutes. And the last thing I am prepping is my rotisserie chicken. All I am doing is pulling apart all of the meat, adding it to a container. Okay guys, so my meal prep is complete. I did put together a Big Mac salad for my lunch because I'm starving. This looks so good. That sauce tastes just like Big Mac sauce, so I highly, highly suggest you try it. I'm gonna have the points to everything that I made. Like the egg cupcakes and the pancake things, things like that, so you know how many points they are, the Big Mac sauce dressing, and all of that. But I'm gonna put this aside and I'm just gonna show you guys everything that I have prepped for the week. So I have these Kodiak protein pancake. I just made them into little cupcakes. We added an egg and some water, blueberries, and I'm going to be just using the Walden Farms syrup on there. And then I have the egg cupcakes. These are super simple to make. Eggs, fat-free cheddar cheese, and some green onion, some salt, pepper. You can add whatever you want. You can put bacon in this, sausage. I just wanted to keep it simple because I was making a lot of stuff. These are 0 points because the fat-free cheese it wasn't even 1/2 ounce. I just sprinkled it on top and mixed it just a little bit. So these are actually 0 points, but I usually eat 2 for breakfast when I have those with like a piece of toast or something. There's some bananas. I have all of my boiled eggs. These are just great to take for snacks. Little salt and pepper or everything but the bagel seasoning. You guys saw me cut up some carrots, some celery, some cucumber, and this can be used for salads, but I'm going to be using it mainly for dipping in hummus for my snacks. If I don't have vegetables prepped like this, I rarely grab them. That, and then for the Big Mac salad, I have my Big Mac sauce, which I will put the points on the screen. I just cut up some red onion. You can use white, yellow onion, whatever you want. I like red onion on mine. And then I have my ground beef. I'll probably be using about 2 ounces, 3 ounces per salad. I just put 2 ounces on this one and it is plenty. So I have that. So the only other thing I need for a Big Mac salad is my lettuce. That's the only thing I have to do for that. And then rotisserie chicken. We're actually going to be making some chicken cheddar wraps for dinner. So I'm going to be using that tonight. Over here I prepped for that quinoa shrimp salad. So I don't think I showed you guys the end, but here's the quinoa. This is just a tri-colored quinoa. That's a cup that I cooked. So that will be enough for couple meals actually. And then here's the shrimp that's all seasoned, that's ready to go. I'll probably cut the shrimp in half because I like little pieces of shrimp in my salad instead of like chunkier, bigger shrimps, but that will go together. Here's the pico that I put together. It also calls for some black beans and some corn and some lettuce, some more cilantro. That I can all put together, but this is the main things that are a pain to prep. So this is just like grab and go. So that is my prep for the week. So that probably took me an hour to do everything, and this just makes my life so much easier just with working and having a baby. It takes the thinking out of what I want to eat for the week. Simple and super easy way for you guys to stay on track with WW. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.